All right. Hi, guys. Mrs. Townsley here. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. All right. You guys want to go ahead and open up your workbook to page 325. 325. And I have this video set up for you so you can go through this at your own pace and fill out all of these questions and all of these problems that I'm going over. Okay, and the reason why is because you can stop it, you can pause it, you can rewind it, you can work on the problems, and then go back and hear my voice, and you can check your work. So I want this video to help you so that you can definitely get better. Okay, you guys are smart, you know you can do it. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. We're on page 325, and I'm looking at number 1. And number 1 says find the products mentally. Well, you know that products just means multiplication. And if you were going to do this mentally, I would probably take the 6 and the 2 and put that together first. Because remember, it doesn't matter which order you multiply. Okay, the answer still turns out the same. Okay. All right, so I would take the 6 times 2, which is 12. And then think to myself, how can I multiply 0.8 in my head? And if you can't do it, that's okay. You can always just do 8 times 2 is 16, carry your 1. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. And you know you've got 1 decimal point here, so you have 1 decimal point there. Okay, so it's 9.6. And I know they said go ahead and do it in your head, but I think maybe if you have to write that one out, that's okay. Okay? All right, 9.6. Now look at number 2. They want you to do this mentally as well. Now you might be able to put those together, and you know that 4 times 6 is 24. And if you have 1 decimal point there, it would end up being 2.4. But then if you have to multiply it times 4.5, you might have to write it out. I don't think I could do that in my head, but if you can, that's good. You're better than me. Go ahead and multiply this out like you would. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. Okay, get rid of this because you don't need that anymore. Okay, you move over to the 10, so you want to put a placeholder there. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. And you know those two rows you have to add together. And look, in your problem, you have 2 decimals. Therefore, when you have this total from these 2 lines, you have to include 2 decimals to this answer. Okay? So your answer is 10.80 for that one. Okay? All right. Good job, guys. All right, go ahead and move on. Look at this problem, number 1. It says Han and Claire go shopping and they each have a coupon. Oh, that's good. Answer each question and show your reasoning. Han buys an item with a normal price of $15. Okay, so that's the normal price. And he uses 10% off. How much does he save by using the coupon? All right, well, I'm going to show you a couple different ways how to do this. All right, here's one way. One way is you can make a double number line. Okay, you can make a double number line. You guys are good at these, so make 2 lines. All right, and you want to label your lines. 1 will make money, because we love money. And then this is the total price. Okay, and what did Han buy? Well, we don't know, but whatever he bought, his total price was $15. So that'll be that tick mark. And that was 100% because that was the total. Okay, that was the original, that was the total. Now, if we have to get to 10%, we're going to need to make all these tick marks to get to 10%. So we can make this 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40. Well, I'm going to need some more. 30, 20, and then 10. All right, that's fine. And I'll put them up here so they match. Good. All right. And if we have to figure out all the way down here, we have to figure out how we're going to go from 100% to 10%. Okay. And there's many different ways that you can do this. But I think one way is to start with maybe dividing it in half. Because if I know that $15 is 100%, half of that would be 50%. And so to get from 100 to 50, I'm going to divide by 2, right? So up here, I have to do the same from $15. If I divided it by 2, I would get $7.50. Okay. It doesn't get me to the 10% off because that's what his coupon was for. It doesn't get me there, but at least it gets me closer. Okay. And then if I looked at maybe how to get from 50, well, I guess you could start anywhere. It really doesn't matter. I guess you could go from 100 to 10%. You could do that. How did you get from 100 to 10%? Did you divide by 10? Yeah, you could do that. What if you did 15 divided by 10? So if you went from 15 and you divided by 10 to get here, 15 divided by 10, 10 goes into 15 one time. 1 times 10 is 10. Subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5, but I can't have a remainder, but I can add a 0, right? Just put it up there, put it up there. 10 goes into 50 5 times. 5 times 10 is 50. Subtract. 1.5. Okay, well, that's interesting. So then if I divide 100 divided by 10, I get 10. If I do 15 divided by 10, I get 1.5. But in money, that's $1.50. So he saved $1.50 from that coupon. He saved $1.50 from that coupon. Okay? So that's one way. That's the double number line. Okay. All right. Another way that you could do it would be if you looked at the percent that he got off, which was 10%, or 10 over 100, because anything over 100 could be a percent, right? Because it's percent per 100. So that's 10 over 100. That's the same thing as 10%. It's just written differently. Okay. And you could multiply by 15. You can multiply by 15 because it's $15. Well, every whole number's got to stand on some one. So now you could just multiply across. 10 times 15 equals 150. Okay, 10 times 1 is 100. Okay, well, if you have 150 over 100, and if you're thinking money, it would be $1 because it'd be one whole and 50 or 50 left over. Okay, so it would be 150 there too. So it doesn't matter if you want to do it this way or this way with a double number line, or you can use another method too, where you look at the money, which is 15, okay, and you times it by 0.10, because 10% written as a decimal is just 0.10. And then if you want, you can use your calculator. Okay, and just multiply 15 times 0.10. And what do you get? 1.5. Well, in money, that would be $1.50. All right, so there's 3 different ways how to do it. Okay, here's one. Here's a double number line. Here's 2. You can set it up as, instead of a Percent, you can set it up as a fraction, or you can set it up, instead of a percent, you can do a decimal, okay? It doesn't matter, all right? Write down all three, though. They're good. All right, here's number 2. Claire buys an item with a normal price of $24, but she saves $6 using a coupon. For what percentage off is this coupon? Well, if Claire started with $24, okay, and she saved $6, I already kind of know that 6 is a factor of 24, so I'm going to break this up into 4 6s, and I'm going to say, well, knowing this, I know that if she saved 1 out of 4, she saved 1 part out of 4, and I know that 1/4 is 25%. Okay? I know that 1/4 is 25%. So I looked at my 24 and I broke it up into 4 sections, and I know that one section was $6, and that's one section out of 4, which is 25%. Okay? Or if you want to use the double number line, you can. You want to set it up as the value of dollars. Here's your money. All right, and here's your percent. All right, the original was $24. Then it was 100%. That was the total, right? And she wanted to know, well, she saved $6. And what percent was that? Well, then 50% would be half. So look at half of 24, which is 12. Okay, and this is your dollars. This is your total percent. All right. Now, if you want another tick mark, here's 25. All right, and all I'm doing here is 100 divided by 2 is 50. Okay, 24 divided by 2 is 12. Okay, and I'm saying, well, I know that this 12 and this 50 I can break down or divide by 2 to get to 25. And I know here I can divide by 2 to get to 6. Okay, and if I know she saved $6, I went ahead and I already answered my question because she saved 25% with that $6. Okay, if she would have saved 50%, it would have been $12. And if she had the original that she had paid, it would have been 24, which she said that's what the original was to begin with. Okay, so you guys can do it 2 different ways. You can do the double number line, or you can do something like this if you see it easily. This one we looked at just because she saved $6, and we knew that that was already 1/4 of 24, because you know that there are 4 6s that go into 24. Okay, or 1 part of 4, which is 25%. Okay, so either way, it doesn't matter, however you see it, okay? Make sure you write it in. Okay, next page, 327. 327, good job, guys, 327. You're doing great. All right. For each problem, explain or show your reasoning. All right. Let's not worry about A or B right now, okay? Don't worry about A or B right now. Here's C. What number is 40% of 60? Now, I want you to think about this percentage as a decimal. Okay, so turn it into a decimal, because you can do that with this percent sign. You know that you just have to move it over 2 times to the left. Okay, just move it over 2 times to the left. So you make that percent into a decimal. It's 0.40. Okay, you guys know that the word of means multiply. And then the next number is 160. Okay. All right, so get out your calculator. And then go ahead and put in 0.40 times 160 and you get 64. And that's the answer. Okay? Or if you want to use a fraction, you can go 40 over 100 times, because that's what of means, 160 over 1, because that is a whole number, so all whole numbers have to stand on some 1. Okay? Well, you probably want to use your calculator again. 40 times 160. 40 times 160 is 6,400. Okay. 100 times 1 is 100. But look, we're going to have to simplify this. So get rid of these zeros, get rid of those zeros, and look, 64 over 1 is just 64. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. If you want to change this percentage into a decimal, do it. If you want to change this percentage into a fraction, you can do that too. Okay? All right, so that's letter C. All right. Let's take a look at number 2. A store is having 20% off sale on merchandise. If Mai buys one item and saves $13, what was the original price of her purchase? Okay. Well, let's make a double number line for this, and let's write down, so if you're stuck, just write down what they tell you, okay? So if she buys one item, okay? If she buys one item, sorry, hold on. Okay, sorry, my dogs were barking. All right, if she buys one item, and this is the money, okay, and this is the total percent, okay. She saved $13, we know that, and it was 20%, okay. So she saved $13, 20%. So if you're ever stuck on where you want to get started, just start by writing down what they tell you, okay, because gosh, sometimes I look at problems and I'm like, where do I even start? So just start by what they tell you, okay? That's a good place to start. So if I know that $13 is 20%, and they want to know the original price. The original price I know is 100. So the original is always 100, okay? Like the total is always 100, percent's always 100, $1 is always 100 cents. So just think 100, okay? Oh man, so then I have to figure out how to get to 100. Well, I can do a couple different things. Oh shoot. Nobody told me. Sorry, guys. Sorry, my fault. All right, start again. A store is having 20% off sale on merchandise. If Mai buys one item and saves $13, what was the original price of her purchase? Okay. So start by what they tell you. $13, 20%. All right, fine, Mrs. T. But we have to figure out what the original was. I know that the original is 100%. So how did I get from here to here? All right. You can look at it and you can say, well, I don't know what 20 times something is to 100. Maybe you do. Maybe you can figure this out right away. Okay? I'm not going to tell you though. What if you doubled it? What if you started there? Because what if you didn't see this? What you had to multiply to get here? You could always double it, because 40% would be 20 times 2 would be 40. So 13 times 2 is 26. All right. Well, 40% is not going to cut it because we got to get to 100%. Okay. Well, if I tripled it, 20 times 3 is 60%, right? 20 times 3 is 60%. Well, 13 times 3 is what? $39. That's not going to cut it because I need to get further. Okay. What about 20 times 4? Well, that would be 80%. And then 13 times 4 is 52. Well, that's not going to work because I'm not at 100%. All right. Look at the next one. 20 times 5 is 100%. Therefore, 13 times 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. is $65. So the original price was $65. So you can set it up as a double number line. Okay. You can set it up as a double number line, or you can set it up as a fraction. Okay. So if the original price that she paid, or the price that she paid was $13, all right, and she saved 20%, you want to make it to 100%, okay? You're like making an equivalent fraction, all right? You're making an equivalent fraction. So set it up where it's $13, 20%, okay? Set it up as an equivalent fraction, but make sure your units, like your percents, are on the bottom and then your money stays on the top, okay? Because if your units or the thing that you're comparing has the same unit, like money's on the top, percent on the bottom, right? Numerators match, denominators match. Like if they match, you can do this. Because then you can just increase it. 20 times 5 is 100. Or you can look at it 100 divided by 20. Or 100 divided by 5 is 20. Okay. 13 times 5 then is 65. So you can set it up as an equivalent fraction as well. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. Okay. We're doing great. Last one. Last one. Here's 4. All right. All these you're going to use your calculator for, so get your calculator out. Let me get mine out. Okay. Select all the expressions whose value is larger than 100. So this is our goal. Okay, we have to figure out what's larger than 100. So let's change this into a decimal. Okay, so instead of 120%, it's 1.20. Okay, you know, of means multiply 100. Okay, so let's do this. 1.20 times, that's of 100. 120. Well, that's definitely bigger. That was easy. Let's do the next one. 50% is no longer 50%. It's 0.50. Okay? 0.50 times 100. Nope. Sorry. Get out of here. All right, next one. 1.50, or 150%. 1.50 times 50. I wonder if this is going to be bigger. I'm thinking no. Yes. All right, no, get out of here. See ya. All right, 20%. It's 0.20. All right, ready? 0.20 of times 800. Oh, this has got to be big. Yeah. Circle that in. Good job. Next. Beep, beep, beep. All right, 200%. So that's beep, beep. 2 times 30. Well, man, that's 60. That's out of here. Get out of here. Okay. 500%. Well, that's 1, 2. That's just 5 times 400. Well, that's going to be huge. 5 times 400. Yeah. Okay. 1%. Oh, man. 1% becomes 0.01 because I got to get rid of this. Beep, beep. Oh, man. I need a 0. All right. So it's 0.01 times 1000. 10. Nope. See ya. All right, you guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.